Okay, so it's that time of year again. Trades left and right. Let's start with probably the biggest one from last night, Butler to the Warriors. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Butler wanted out, and the Warriors were reportedly looking for another star to pair with Steph. They're currently 11th in the West with a 500 record. Things haven't been great, but they still want to compete. This move makes sense from a fit standpoint. Jimmy can bring some toughness and defense. He obviously has an intense personality. I don't know if that'll create any issues, especially when they already got a guy like Draymond. But who knows, maybe those two will match each other's freak. And we know how good Butler can be when he's actually locked in. Does this move make them contenders? I mean, we'll see. In my opinion, no. The West is just too stacked right now. But it would be nice to see Steph and Jimmy in the playoffs, so let's hope they make it. Okay, so Kuzma is going to the Bucks for Chris Middleton. This also isn't a surprise for me. Middleton hasn't produced like he used to for a while now. He was relegated to the bench, and with the 30 million he makes every year, it just adds change to what the Bucks want to do. Now Kuzma makes a lot more sense. I think he'll be a pretty reliable third scorer for them. Do I think this is a perfect fit? No, I think the Bucks needed more defensive specialist guys. They added Torian Prince last year and he's been great, but I thought they needed even more guys like that. But I think this trade will get the Bucks back to a top 4 seed. They've been kind of mediocre ever since the NBA Cup win. Now, the potential of this is still pretty high. Let's say Kuzma is exactly what they need. We know how formidable a Bucks team can be when things are going right and Giannis is leading the way. So I would never count them out. So Ingram is going to the Raptors for Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk. I did not expect this one, to be honest. It's not that it's bad or anything. I mean, they only gave up a couple role players and a pick. Given I think Brown and Olynyk are great role players, underrated role players, but a starting lineup of Quickly, RJ, Ingram, Barnes, and Pirtle. Yeah, that's just weird to me. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Ingram works a lot in the mid range, and so does Barnes, and those are your two best scorers, so I don't know how they're going to figure that out. Then you have RJ, and anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge RJ fan, but he is very ball dominant, so I don't know why you'd bring in another scorer in Ingram. And Ingram is definitely the better player, you'd rather cater to him, but then what's RJ's role? Stand in the corner and shoot threes? That's not really how you use RJ. But nonetheless, I'm happy for Ingram. The Raptors aren't a great team, but it's better than being on the Pelicans right now. It's a weird trade, but it's definitely a plus for the Raptors. Okay, so as I was recording this, we got another trade. DeAndre Hunter is going to the Cavs for Karis LeVert and Niang. This is great for the Cavs who are going all in on winning a ring this year. They have the first seed in the East, and while I still thought Boston was better, this move will certainly even things up a bit more. I think Hunter is extremely underrated. The Hawks moved him to the bench this year, and yeah, this guy is not a bench player. He'll be right back as a starter for the Cavs, their main perimeter defender, something they need since their starting backcourt is Mitchell and Garland. I know they wanted Max Strus to fill that catch and shoot role for them when they signed him 2 years ago, but he's only been okay. Hunter is a massive upgrade, great move by the Cavs. I expect a Cleveland Boston matchup in the East Finals this year.